Good morning, Belen. I'm Brandon Lubian.
I'm Marco Salos, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for today, October 5th, 2017.
Belen will be opening its doors Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to potential future Wolverines. Our open house offers prospective families and students the opportunity to find out what makes Belen unique. Parents and potential students will get to meet faculty and student ambassadors while taking a tour of the campus. Yesterday, alumnus Raul Mas, class of 1975, visited campus and spoke to juniors regarding opportunities in the United States Service Academies. The U.S. military operates many types of schools to train members of the U.S. military, foreign militaries, and civilians in certain fields. The military academies are colleges that train future officers. The military also operates its own medical school, the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences. Students pay no tuition or fees and receive a salary and military benefits. Some of the military schools include National Defense University, Army War College, Naval War College, Air Force Institute of Technology, Air University, Defense Acquisition University, Defense Language Institute, Naval Postgraduate School, and Defense Information School.
Homecoming is an annual tradition where people, towns, high schools, and colleges come together, usually in late September or early October, to welcome back alumni. Homecoming weeks begin next week. Some of the annual events are senior ring ceremony, homecoming dance, and of course, the homecoming game next Friday. The full schedule will be released tomorrow, so keep your eyes open.
President Trump said we are truly a nation in mourning. During his trip to Las Vegas, the president and the First Lady met with survivors of the deadly mass shooting. He praised hospital staff, and he also met with first responders who ran towards gunfire and helped people get to safety. Investigators say the gunman accumulated firearms for over 20 years. He had an arsenal of weapons in his hotel room, but the president did not mention gun control as investigators spoke with the gunman's girlfriend, and the motive behind the massacre still remains a mystery.
Facebook has unveiled new initiatives and requirements that it says will provide greater transparency and accountability for ads running on its platform. The announcement comes after Facebook is set to give copies of 3,000 Russian-bought ads to lawmakers investigating Russian meddling in last year's election. The social media giant says it will begin requiring advertisers to confirm who they represent in before posting political ads, but for now, this will only apply to ads mentioning candidates by name. Many of the controversial Russian-bought ads did not mention candidates, but rather worked up to stir up passions around the issues of the day. Facebook also plans to enhance its automated review system to catch questionable ads earlier and more often. But company CEO Mark Zuckerberg admitted last month that not all bad content is going to be caught, regardless of steps being taken to prevent it.
Hey guys, this is Scoop for today. PSAT test day for grades 9 through 11 is Wednesday, October 11th. Students are to report to their test room by 7:50 with two number 2 soft lead pencils and an approved calculator. There's a 12:30 dismissal for grades 9 through 11 only. Lunch will be available from 12:30 to 1:15 in the dining hall for those who would like to have a bite to eat before leaving. Students should get a good night's sleep on Tuesday night and have a hearty breakfast on Wednesday morning. Arrive early and be prepared. 3 photographers will be showcasing the work of 3 talented photographers in the Saladrias Art Gallery. Photographer alumni Roberto Gatasus of Class 72, Sebastian Trujillo, Class 53, will be on display, as well as pictures from critically acclaimed photographer Victoria Montaro. The Belen community is invited to join us for the artist reception on October 24th at 7 p.m. in the gallery. The exhibit will end on December 15th. The Carnera experience will take place November 8th and 9th, and applications are available through campus ministry. Applications must be submitted by October 18th. Now stay tuned with us for weather and sports after these messages.
Good morning, Belen. The rain showers are going to be continuing throughout the weekend. As you see here, we got a lot of rain coming from the southeast. So get ready, make sure to pack your umbrellas and get ready for a very wet weekend. See how the rest of your day looks like. We got a high of 84 and a low of 76, a relative humidity of 77, and winds coming in at 18 miles per hour from the east-northeast. Rain and thunderstorms throughout the day. Now on to your 3-day forecast. On Friday, you got a high of 84 and a low of 76 with an 80% chance of rain. On Saturday, you got a high of 88 and a low of 78 with a 60% chance of rain. And Sunday, we have a high of 88 and a low of 78 with a 60% chance of rain. Now that's all for weather. Now on to sports.
Thank you, Stefano, and hello, Wolverine Nation. Let's start with football. On Tuesday, Wolverines dominated Ferguson by beating them with a score of 62-12. Both the offense and defense brought their all with touchdowns coming from both sides of the ball. Early in the game, safety Robert Martinez hauled in a pick six, and it was all downhill for Ferguson from there. Don Chaney had a spectacular game, scoring multiple touchdowns on big yardage plays, and the Falcons had no answer. Contributing to the lead was Gabriel Estrada and Nate Payne, who both found the end zone with touchdowns coming from Santi Venegas on a beautiful dime. Coming out this huge district win, the Wolverines will play their homecoming game against Braddock next Friday. In middle school, the football team lost 47-14 to American Heritage yesterday. Despite the lopsided loss, Fernando Mendoza passed for 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Eddie Duran had 5 receptions for 72 yards and a touchdown. Michael Corral scored on a 68-yard touchdown and had 105 receiving yards on 6 receptions. Aiden Hiraldo also contributed offensively with 3 receptions for 42 yards. Gabriel Valladares had an outstanding game on the offensive line and had 5 tackles and a fumble recovery. In bowling, they lost to Southwest yesterday in a highly competitive match by a score of 4-3. Sophomore Fernando de la Lama bowled for a season-high game of 194 and a high series of 452, while senior Andres Jimenez bowled a personal best of 171. The team's record now stands. Tryouts for junior varsity soccer team October 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st are all at 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the Hernandez Field. The varsity golf team is scheduled to play Bulmer at the Biltmore. The JV football team is scheduled to host Chaminade School at 4:30 p.m. And the middle school swim team will compete at Ransom Everglades Thursday night. Thursday night football is upon us, and it looks like it's going to be a shootout with the Patriots and Buccaneers squaring off. Both teams have electrifying offenses with defenses that haven't done much, so expect both teams to find the end zone multiple times throughout the game. In the weekend marks a huge game for college football in Florida as 2 rivals will meet on the turf once again. That's right, I'm talking about UM and FSU, which takes place this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. in Doak Campbell Stadium. UM will try and break FSU's 7-game win streak, which began in 2010, while FSU will try and tie the series at 31-31 each. It's going to be a good one. Now here's Mario with this week's fantasy football picks.
Well, guys, in week 4 of fantasy football, we called the breakout game for Deshaun Watson, and he went off for 5 total touchdowns, totaling for 33 fantasy points. In week 5, the quarterback to look at and available in some leagues is Sam Bradford, coming off a shoulder injury against a weak Bears defense on Monday night. In week 4, star running back Dalvin Cook tore his ACL, so backup Latavius Murray steps in, and the Vikings will be running the ball a lot. Murray needs to be picked up in all leagues. If you are in a PPR league, try and trade for Keenan Allen. He has the 2nd most targets in the NFL, and if he begins to find the end zone, he is going to be a top 10 wide receiver. Good luck in week 5, and tune in for week 6 of the Fantasy Show.
That's all for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Earl. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Brandon Lubian.
And I'm Marcos Celos. And from everyone here at WBLN, have a wonderful day, and of course, stay golden, Wolverines.